Hello, folks. Trust we all doing great. So, as you always know, my name has always been Ikeberry, and it's another week again for us to release an episode to you guys. It's another week of education that we have to educate ourselves, learn more, get to know more about the markets. The forex markets, trading, how to trade, and other stuff. So, lucky for me on my side, what I'm expecting from the USD dollar index has happened. Uh, over the week, the FOMC and the NFP release that we got has made whatever that I was expecting to happen. So, as we always do here, we always look at discipline, consistency, learning. We have what we call patience, and the last one we have what we call gold that we depend on here. So, as a trader, these are some of the materials, or these are some of the stuff that you have to study or you have to have on your fingertips to make you disciplined. So, without wasting much time, let's dive into today's market. Today, we have three markets to go into. We have three markets to go into. Today, I'm going to take a look at the US dollar index. That is one. From there, we take a look at the AUD USD. Then we come back to the GBP USD. Today is USD market. Why? Because the USD market has moved to our expectation. So the market has been now cleared for a good trades now. All right, so without wasting much time, let's dive into the US market from the daily time frame. All right, so take the daily time frame. No, let's take the weekly time frame here, and let's have a look at something. So on the weekly time frame, uh, this is a weekly higher high, and this is a weekly, let's say this is a weekly lower low, and has been broken. But the reason I want us to look at the weekly time frame is because I want us to look at the bullish candle that was created here over the week with the FOMC and NFP release over the week. All right, so over the week we realized that we got a very nice candle, nice beautiful candle in a bullish trend showing an upside trend, which went up to break the previous um, 4 hour and 1 hour lower high here, and then even went came into this imbalance of daily here, almost got into this daily imbalance here. Yes, that is, it got into this daily imbalance here. That is, it got into the daily imbalance here, and still moving up into this how do you say this weekly imbalance here too as well. When I talk about the weekly imbalance, I'm trying to refer to this as a weekly imbalance. There is a weekly imbalance here. This is a weekly imbalance that I'm talking about. Let me All right, so this is a weekly imbalance that I'm talking of, and let's make it in a color black. So this is a weekly imbalance. This here is the daily imbalance that it came to break into. So on this candle, we realize that we have another weekly imbalance here, but in this weekly imbalance fall in at the same time as a 4H imbalance and a 1H imbalance. All right, so now let's dive into the daily, and let's look at what the daily 2 has for us. So going to the daily, we already know that we have this as our lower high and this as our lower low. So when price breaks 4H, or when price break 1H, it means 4H is retracing. So when price finally breaks 4H, it means the daily is retracing. Now, formally, the 1H and the 4H were the same. So price has broken the 4H and the 1H together. The price has broken them and then moving uptrend. So which means that the daily lower high is retracing. Now, there is a current price. So now price is here, as I said earlier on, is in this daily imbalance here that we all can see. There's an imbalance here that we all can see that price is into. Price has not formed the retracement here, so we are still waiting for price to form its retracement. So as I said earlier on, this here is a weekly imbalance, a 4-hour imbalance, and a 1-hour imbalance. So when you come down here, you realize that we have a 1H imbalance here. So now let's dive right into the 4H. So when you go into the 4H, the 4-hour, you realize that this was the previous higher low here, and then this is the previous higher low, not yes, higher low, that is it. Higher, is it lower high? Yes, it's a lower high, not higher low, sorry. We call it lower high. It's kind of confusing me. So this is a previous lower high. I'm sorry for that. and then this is a lower low. So this is a previous forward, the 1 hour lower high, which moved down here. We got this to be a lower high, I'm sorry, a lower low, including that was the 4H, 1H, and the daily as a lower low. And now what did we see price do? Price then came bullish, I mean impulsively, to break this lower high here, and then now 4 hour, 1 hour has been broken back into this one daily imbalance, and has taken all liquidities here too as well. So now what do you expect from price? So let me move into the straight into 1H, and let's see what you expect from price next week. All right, so God willing, next week we expect nothing big from price, but then we expect price to retrace a little for us here, probably come move a little up here, and then probably come into this. Um, let me take my arrow here. Okay, so good here. Oh, sorry, it's rather here. Rather. Where can I find my arrow? Where? Okay, there is it. There's a path. All right, so we expect price to come this way a little, not probably might not get into the weekly imbalance there, but then still retrace. Oh, sorry. Okay, you let's take it once again. Right. Oh. So we expect price to come this way and then move this way, build some few corrective moves, here. Come on, build some few corrective moves, and then build some few corrective moves here, take in liquidity and then sweep it and move back to the bullish side, and let's see if probably price will retrace back. So we don't expect nothing much from the 1H. We just expect the 1H to retrace into this 4 hour period structure here, as well as the weekly. You see the 4 hour and 1 hour period structure here, as well as the weekly 4 hour and then 1 hour imbalance here. So that is what we expect from the USD, God willing, the week to come. So back to the AUD USD. When you get to the 1H, I'm sorry, the daily time frame, what do we see from the daily time frame? Okay, so let's reset the chart. So on the daily time frame, we realize that price, this was the lower high, and then this was the lower low. Price then came into this lower high, never took the lower high, but then still maintained the lower high. Let me open, let me take out this, and let's see something here. All right, so this was the lower high. You realize that price never took the lower high, it's never broke the lower high, you see, and then price still retraced down there, and then just swept the liquidity over here. Price just swept the liquidity over here, just swept the liquidity and then came back down here. So you realize from it that we have the daily imbalance here. There is a daily imbalance here, and there is a weekly imbalance here, as well as a weekly imbalance here, as well as a weekly imbalance here. So what do you expect to see from price? Price has come in a very bearish, giving us a nice bearish candle, which shows a nice move of price coming down deep bearish for some time. So moving into the 4H time frame, what do you expect from price to see from price? So we don't expect much from price because price has worked everything that we expect to see right from the FOMC and the NFP over the week. So at the moment, this is the 4H higher high, and then we are still expecting to have a 4H lower, that is a lower low because that's been broken. Remember, this was a former 4H lower low. So now 4H came here straight bullish, and then now we are expecting to have a few corrective move from the 4H to come a little deep and then move. Come on, what is wrong with my mouse? We expect the 4H to come a little bit deep, move a little, and then move corrective, come in here, and then sweep to take it to the downtrend. So we expect a little retracement in a corrective move manner, in a corrective way, and then bring it price back in a bearish trend. Sorry. So that is the same way we expect from price in the 1H, because the 1H and the 4H looks the same. So we expect price to have the same and then take take a new lower high here and then come down straight bullish, bearish. So going to GBP USD on the daily time frame. What do you see from the daily time frame from the GBP USD? So on the daily time frame from the GBP USD, that is what we see. We see a very nice bearish candle coming down straight down. What do we see here? Price finally broke here, and then we had a new, what do you call it, a new higher high. So what do you see when price break? When price break, we expect a retracement. Here price couldn't retrace as much as we expected, but went up and then finally came. Now finally coming into a nice good bearish candle, and I'm breaking. So when you check on the daily time frame, you realize that there's a weekly imbalance. The daily imbalance is right here. Let me zoom in for you guys to see very well. So there is a weekly imbalance, there's a daily imbalance here, there's another weekly imbalance, and then we have the 4 hour, the 1 hour imbalance too over there. So what do you expect from price? What do you expect to see from price? This is a trade that personally I'm looking at this trade to trade myself. Next week, yes, next week I'm looking at a trade to trade myself next week. So what do we see from price next week? We expect price to come a little bit down and then come lower, break with a corrective manner, and then come here, sweep a liquidity, and then move back bearish. That is what we expect to see from price. That is on the 4H. Oh, sorry. That is on the 4H, and that is what we expect to see on the 1H, because we take the 4H and the 1H, and then that is where we analyze our trade from. So that is what we expect to see from the 1H. So we expect to see any move right from here, from this side, any move. Get me bucks. Come on. All right. So any move right from this side. Oh, come on. Any move in this area. It's too long. In this area, we take price back sell. So that is what we expect to see from price as we move into the next week. So as I said earlier on, we expect from the GBP USD for price to come in anywhere here, because price has come in a very impulsive bearish move for us that we expect to see what we're expecting. We've seen it now because price has made it for us now. So what we expect now is for price to have in a corrective manner, as I said, come into this 1H imbalance, same as it's always also into this weekly imbalance here, as well as this 4H imbalance here. Then we move price bearish and it come into the AUD USD too. We also expect price to come right into this 4H and 1H imbalance and then retrace back for us, or in a corrective manner. Same as when you go into the USD index, we expect price to come into the weekly 4H 1H imbalance, as well as the 4H and the 1H previous structure here, and then take an upside trend and back into bullish. And then we don't expect price to break the daily higher high though, the daily lower high though, but then we expect price to come a little probably into this imbalances here. That is what we expect to see from price. All right, so guys, that is what we have for you guys today, and we've tried to be consistent to have a 15-minute video for you guys each and every day in a very short way of analyzing the chart for you guys to get understanding. So if this video was very educative to you, kindly subscribe to our channel and then click the thumb button so that every video that we release you will have a notification to watch, as well as like and comment. We appreciate you guys all. So see you next week. Stay blessed, stay safe, have a nice trade week. Bye bye.